Should you get your ex back when they ghosted you? The ghosting seems to be a very popular term nowadays, and it's even in the dictionary. So the definition of ghosting, in case you didn't know, is the practice of ending a personal relationship with someone by suddenly and without explanation withdrawing from all communication. That is according to Google. So should you try to get your ex back if they ghosted? You know, why do they ghost? Why do they do this? And what does it mean if they come back? Why do someone ghost? There's a lot of reasons. A lot of them are quite negative. Things like, you know, they're too cowardly to tell you the truth, that they met someone else. They never really loved you. They didn't know how to end it. So their cowardly solution is just to pack up and leave. You know, maybe an ex came back into their life. You know, someone else came in. Maybe, I don't know, they're running from the law, right? There's all kinds of very, let's just say, pessimistic opinions about why someone ghosts. It's never a good thing, okay? It's never a good thing when someone ghosts. That is obvious, right? If you're the victim of someone ghosting you, it hurts. It hurts to feel like you're investing in someone, you've been connecting with someone, and then poof, all of a sudden they just disappear, right? It's like you never mattered to them. So where I wanted to shed some light is why people may do this. It could be one of the reasons why they do it. And this is in particular for people who are a little bit older, right? So I'm of the opinion, I like to take a more empathetic point of view. And the reason I do this is because, especially as you get older, you quickly realize everybody's a little screwed up, okay? No one is perfect. We've all got demons, right, in our heads. We all got things that we're dealing with. We don't know how to process, conflicting thoughts about this and that. So sometimes when we don't know how to solve a problem, our solution, especially if we're under a massive amount of stress, okay? And nowadays, everybody is in so much more stress, leading so much more stressful lives than we did 20, 30 years ago, right? So everybody now is in so much more amounts of stress from work, from family, from past relationships, from this and that, that sometimes our only solution, we feel like our only solution is just to run away from our problems, okay? And the reason I'm giving this perspective is I think it's not always, so when someone, if you always take the approach that they're ghosting you because, you know, they didn't really love you, they didn't think you were good enough for them, they found someone else, it's all these very negative reasons, right? The danger of that is how that affects on you and your psychology, okay? How does that make you feel to know this person ghosted me because it was something I did wrong? It's because I was crappy. Or even if it was them being crappy, that still doesn't make you feel any better, right? So the reason I take the empathetic point of view is because it doesn't make you, first of all, it tends not to make you feel as shitty about yourself, okay? It's not you doing anything wrong. Often it's just the other person not being able to handle life stresses, okay? The pressure that we are under. And also, if you have never ghosted someone before, if you've never ran away from problems before, that doesn't mean you may not in the future be in a situation where you are tempted to run away, okay, from your family, from your job, because you are under so much stress yourself, right? So that's why I'm saying this, that it kind of makes you feel like it's not necessarily your fault, and you know, you have a bit more heart for the other person, okay? It's not, so you don't feel bad about yourself, like it's all about you and what you've done wrong, right? It's just, sometimes that's just how some people deal with their problems, right? The other thing I wanted to mention is, I think, and this is a common theme that I'm going to have in a lot of my videos is a lack of proper communication in a relationship. I think when someone ghosts on you, or if you find yourself constantly in relationships where the other person ghosts you, and this is a repeating pattern, then I would say perhaps it's because your relationship wasn't built on a solid foundation of trust and communication. And here's what I mean. Say I'm dating this guy, we've been dating for a couple months, and I'm totally in love with him. He is amazing. I really like him. I want to be at my best behavior. I want to be perfect for him because I don't want him to leave me, right? And then all of a sudden he tells me one day he absolutely hates chocolate. Okay, he hates women who likes chocolate. He hates anyone he doesn't understand why anyone would like chocolate. He thinks it's disgusting. Now, obviously, I'm being dramatic. It doesn't have to be chocolate though. Replace chocolate with whatever the thing is, right? And in the back of my mind then, I'd be thinking, oh no, I love chocolate. Like, I sneak some chocolate in pretty much every day. Now I have to hide this part of myself from him because clearly he disapproves of chocolate. Chocolate loving people, right? So instantly, you feel this wall come up. Like, you feel like, oh no, I feel ashamed now. I can't really reveal myself, my true self to him because I like this guy so much. He's so perfect. I have to be perfect for him, right? So without knowing it, right there, you haven't, the space for communication in your relationship instantly was weakened. Okay, if communication between you and your man or you and your woman is seen as a bridge, that bridge just suddenly got some few more cracks in it because if you can't really tell your partner everything that you're feeling because you feel like they're going to disapprove, they're going to not like you anymore, they're going to leave you, this and that, then instantly there's that barrier. Okay, you can't communicate, you can't tell them everything. And I think what happens when people ghost is that too many of those little instances builds up where you just feel like I can't really say what I think, and I'm miserable inside because I can't really be myself now. I've done it for so long now, especially if we get into this pattern of playing a role that we think our partner likes, then we're just going to keep playing it. And after a while, we become miserable to keep playing that role, right? And also, I have to say, there's probably truth to the fact that the partner, your man or woman, may leave you, or may disapprove of you, or may whatever, when they find out the truth. Okay, that it could be a real possibility, right? And this is where communication breaks down. Okay, real love in a relationship is about accepting each other, even with things that we don't like about the other person. Okay, we have to accept the other person's flaws, right? It sounds good in theory, we should accept each other for our flaws, but in practice that can be really hard, especially if you don't even like yourself that much. Okay, if you don't even like these traits that you have and you feel ashamed of having them, deep down you feel ashamed, then you may not want to say anything, right? So that could be another reason why ghosting happens. With that said, if your partner was to come back, my tip isn't just to instantly be blaming them for leaving, okay? Because when you do that, you know what happens when you instantly blame the other person for ghosting, and and when they come back, you blame them. What you're really saying is you're not allowed to make one mistake. If you make one mistake, then that's it, we're over. But you're also saying to yourself, when you say that to someone else, I'm not allowed to make a mistake. Okay, if I made one mistake, I'm not deserving of a good man or a good woman. Okay, so that's what you're really saying if you can't be empathetic to another person, right? So now, of course, if this continues, I don't agree. I think everyone deserves at least one chance to explain, and You know, if you use proper communication, you can get closer. But if they keep doing this, if this is a pattern, then you need to cut them off, okay? There are some people who will just repeatedly disappear, come back, disappear, come back. That's a different situation, you know. If you give someone one chance and they screw it up, don't give them another chance, because most likely they will just keep doing that same thing. They'll just keep screwing up, asking for another chance, screwing up, asking for another chance, and no one learns in that situation, okay? So that would be my advice with ghosting. I know it's not the common response, but I think, you know, if you want to just be told someone's a jerk, a bitch for ghosting, and you should just never speak to them again, there's plenty of YouTube videos out there that's already saying this. And at the end of the day, you really have to make up your own mind. Each situation is different. Okay, so just really think about it. If that person just will not communicate with you, if they keep disappearing, coming back, and they will not communicate, even when you try to sit them down and get them to open up and talk to you, then maybe you're just not a good fit, and that you should stop wasting your time on them. You know, put your energy onto someone else who will communicate with you in the way that you would like them to. So that's my tip video for this week, and I'll talk to you next time. If you have any suggestions for further video ideas, any comments, feedback, please let me know. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. I release videos weekly on breakups, dating, and relationships. And have a good week.